What's going on, guys? Is it just me, or do there seem to be more and more remakes these days? Every time I turn around, there's a new Ben-Hur or a warmed-over RoboCop staring me in the face. But this isn't a new phenomenon. Remakes have been a part of Hollywood's DNA since the very beginning. And some of them are your favorite movies. I know, right? So today, we're gonna find some of the more obscure ones in an episode that we call, That Was a Remake? Let's start with the latest remake hitting the theaters, The Magnificent Seven. Any film school student can tell you that the original Magnificent Seven is just an Americanized remake of one of the greatest movies ever made, Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. But this wasn't the only Western to borrow from Kurosawa. No. Sergio Leone's legendary A Fistful of Dollars was essentially a remake of Kurosawa's film Yojimbo. So much so that Leone had to pony up some cash when he was sued for copying it. In the end, Kurosawa and Leone went on to be recognized as two of the greatest directors ever. And A Fistful of Dollars launched the film career of Clint Eastwood.
See, my mule don't like people laughing. It's the crazy idea you're laughing at him.
If you watch this show, you know how much I love my mom. And when I'm not making her watch terribly uncomfortable movies here in the studio, she loves watching her favorite movie of all time, The Wizard of Oz. One of the greatest movies ever made. But did you know that that's a remake too? Yeah, right, it is! The first Wizard of Oz was a silent film, not even a talkie. And it was written, directed, produced by, and starred the timeless Larry Seaman. You know, Chaplin, Garbo, Buster Keaton, and Larry Seaman. Anyway, in this version, the Tin Man, Scarecrow, and Lion aren't really helping Dorothy on her quest as much as they're hitting on her. They're courting her on her 18th birthday. That is 100% true. It's the Tin Man, Scarecrow, and Lion, and a barely legal Dorothy. You know what? That's not really Wizard of Oz. This Isn't Wizard of Oz, a XXX parody. One of the most successful movie spies this side of James Bond is Jason Bourne. Did you know that the first movie, The Bourne Identity, is a remake? I did not know that before I did research for this episode. Yeah, it's a remake of a 1988 TV movie starring Richard Chamberlain and Jaclyn Smith. Let's just take a look.
I think it was Bourne.
Bourne. You're convinced, General Conklin, that Bourne was also responsible for the assassination of Ambassador Leland.
I am?
Just like Jason Bourne, I don't remember what just happened because I fell asleep. That movie is 3 hours long, and it may be more true to the Robert Ludlum novel, but it just doesn't hold up. How can you possibly top the excitement of early 2000s Matt Damon? Hey, 80s Bourne Identity. Give me a call when you get Moby and Run Lola Run on board. Let's talk comedy remakes. One of the most beloved comedies of all time is 1980's Airplane. Now, I know what you're thinking. Airplane? A remake? Surely you can't be serious. See what I did there? But Airplane is essentially a word-for-word remake of 1957 disaster film called 0 Hour. The main difference, 0 Hour plays it completely straight. Same dialogue, no jokes. It's the kind of melodramatic movie that was just begging for the Zucker Brothers Abrams treatment.
You ever been in the cockpit before?
No, sir. I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever been in the cockpit before?
No, sir. I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
So 0 Hour is basically the same movie as Airplane without the jokes. Kind of like how Zoolander 2 is to Zoolander. There have been countless horror remakes. Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. But enough of those disappointing ones. I'd like to talk about a great one, The Thing. And I'm not talking about the 2011 remake of John Carpenter's The Thing. I'm talking about the original John Carpenter movie. Fun fact, Carpenter's The Thing came out 2 weeks after E.T. and was a flop. People wanted to see the lovable healing alien, ouch, and not John Carpenter's Nightmare Aliens, which feature some of the most awesome / gruesome practical effects of all time. Did you know it was a remake of 1951's The Thing from Another World? Carpenter loved that movie so much, he didn't just remake it, he featured it in his own breakthrough hit, 1978's Halloween. FYI, The Thing is the second in what I call the John Carpenter-Kurt Russell trilogy, featuring Escape from New York, The Thing, and Big Trouble in Little China. Some may argue the best trilogy of all time. You know what? Name a trilogy that's better in the comments below. You're probably naming a lot of trilogies. It's well known that Martin Scorsese's The Departed is a faithful remake of the Hong Kong film Infernal Affairs. But there's another crime film that you might not know is a remake. Michael Mann's Heat. That's right. Mann remade a 1988 movie called L.A. Takedown, complete with the same characters, the same plot, even some of the same scenes.
You see me doing thrill-seeker liquor store holdups with a Born to Lose tattoo on my chest? No. Right.
You see me doing thrill-seeker liquor store holdups with a Born to Lose tattoo on my chest?
No, I do not.
Right.
Usually, when you completely steal an idea and remake it, the lawsuits start flying. People love to sue in Hollywood. But it turns out that Michael Mann took the source material from his most trusted collaborator, himself. Yep, Michael Mann remade one of his own lesser-known movies as a brand new movie and turned it into a modern classic. See M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender? There may be hope for you yet. You know, there's no hope for that one. That was a terrible movie. And finally, we arrive at Arnold Schwarzenegger, the king of 80s and 90s action. But did you know that one of his biggest and best movies was a remake? True Lies! That's not a lie! Yes, the James Cameron classic is a remake of the 1991 French comedy La Totale, starring no one you've ever heard of, not even Gerard Depardieu's in that, and directed by some French dude. The French version was well received, but had none of the stuff you love from James Cameron's movie. No Arnold, no Tom Arnold, no badass Charlton Heston with an eye patch, no Jamie Lee Curtis dance, and worst of all, no awesome one-liners.
You're fired.
Here's a not true lie. The original version of this movie was better. Get it? That was just a lie, I think. Wait, what is a true lie? That doesn't make sense. That's a total oxymoron. The title of that movie's giving me an aneurysm. So those are some of our favorite remakes that we're kind of surprised to find out are remakes. What did we not mention? What are some movies that you were surprised have been made before? Let us know in the comments section below. We want to know. Also, do you think you have what it takes to be an official Screen Junkie? We're looking for one of you to join us right here as part of our new Screen Junkies news team. Go to sj.plus/newjunkie to find out how you can submit for a chance to join all of us right here at Screen Junkies. Boom! Dreams are coming true! Thanks for watching. I'm Hal Rudnick. Hit me up on Twitter. Bye-bye. Hey guys, did you know that this end card works with your phone now? I know, right? Click the boxes below to watch more Screen Junkies videos and click the Screen Junkies logo to subscribe and get this show, honest trailers, movie fights, and more.